UFC 266 is stacked and looks like a great upcoming event. The main card is beyond a doubt an incredible matchup, and the preliminary card is stacked with many promising fights that you do not want to miss. After getting postponed twice, the fight between number 7 ranked Shamil Abdurakhimov and number 10 Chris Daukaus is finally set, and it is unlikely to get postponed this time. Abdurakhimov is a former ADFC heavyweight champion with his professional record of 20 wins, 5 losses. His rise in the UFC was halted by Blaydes at UFC 242 in September 2019, where he got TKO'd in the second round, breaking his 3-fight win streak. Now after 2 years layoff, he's returning to the octagon against a rising prospect, Chris Daukaus, who's 3-0 in the UFC and coming off 2 back-to-back Performance of the Night earning knockouts. Daukaus holds the professional record of 11 wins, 3 losses, and is a moderate favorite. Only one of his 14 professional fights went the distance. 10 of his 11 wins are via knockout, ending in the very first round. Both ranked as top 10 and will need to earn Dana White's attention, perhaps with a good knockout in one of the biggest cards of the year. Winner of this fight would be at least able to headline a Fight Night event in the future. The second fight in the preliminary card is a lightweight bout between Dan Hooker and Nasrat Haqparast. Hooker is one of the most dominating lightweights in the UFC and has a great star power. His fight with Dustin Poirier is still one of the best fights in the UFC. Right now, he's ranked at number 8 in the division with his professional record of 20 wins, 10 losses. Since he's coming off 2 back-to-back losses, a victory will be required to put himself back in the mix. Hooker was begging the UFC matchmakers to get a fight for the UFC 266 card. He said he's willing to fight anyone, ranked or unranked. So Nasrat Haqparast stepped in and took the opportunity to showcase he's a top contender, and a victory over Dan Hooker would boost his ranks and would be considered for a title shot. Haqparast is on a 2-fight win streak with his professional record of 13 wins, 3 losses. Both of his last fights were via unanimous decision. He has yet to prove he can earn a stoppage with his immense knockout power. He's also a betting underdog. Last fight in the preliminary card is going to be a bantamweight scrap between the decision machine Merab Dvalishvili and former title challenger Marlon Moraes. After losing his first 2 fights in the UFC, Dvalishvili is right now riding on a 6-fight win streak with his professional record of 13 wins, 4 losses. He's currently ranked number 11 in the division and needs a win over number 6 ranked Moraes to claim he deserves to fight for the title. Moraes has not been able to make an impact in the UFC as he only won one of his last 4 fights. He's on a 2-fight losing streak with a record of 23 wins, 8 losses. Most MMA fans have written him off and don't believe he deserves to be in the top 10 anymore. So Moraes has to beat the odds and showcase his ability, because another loss for him would shut his campaign in the UFC. A top-ranked women's flyweight bout is scheduled to kick off the main card when number 1 ranked Jessica Andrade will take on number 5 Cynthia Calvillo. Andrade is a former strawweight champion who's now coming off a loss to Valentina Shevchenko at UFC 261. Her MMA record is 21 wins, 9 losses. Calvillo, on the other hand, is also coming off a loss to Caitlin Chukagian at UFC 265. And her MMA record is 9 wins, 2 losses. Although she's a likely underdog, but a win over the ranked former champ could get her in the next title shot. Another top-ranked heavyweight fight is on the cards. Number 4 ranked Blaydes will return to the octagon after getting brutally knocked out by Derrick Lewis in February 2021, which broke his 4-fight win streak. His professional record is 14 wins, 3 losses. He holds victories over some of the top heavyweights like Alistair Overeem, Junior Dos Santos, and Alexander Volkov. He will enter this fight as a decent favorite. The underdog is number 6 ranked Jairzinho Rozenstruik. who also has victories over Dos Santos and Overeem. He's coming off a knockout win over Augusto Sakai back in June 2021. He holds the professional record of 12 wins, 2 losses. 11 of his 12 wins are via knockout, so it is unlikely this fight will go the distance because Blaydes is also an explosive fighter, always looking for a knockout. And now for the fight we've all been waiting for. Nick Diaz is making his anticipated return to the octagon after more than 6 years against former welterweight champion Robbie Lawler. Their last fight was at UFC 47 in April 2004, where Diaz knocked out Lawler in round 2. He got 2 chances to become the UFC welterweight champion, but he lost both. One against Carlos Condit for the interim title, and second against GSP for the undisputed title. His last fight against Anderson Silva, which was originally a unanimous decision win for Silva, overturned into no contest after both failed their drug tests. His professional record is 26 wins, 9 losses. Despite having a victory over Lawler, this time he enters in the octagon as an underdog. Lawler, on the other hand, holds a professional record of 28 wins, 15 losses. He's one of the greatest UFC welterweight champions, but after losing his belt to Tyron Woodley in July 2016, he has only been able to beat Donald Cerrone. He lost 5 of his last 6 and is on a 4-fight losing streak. He's on the verge of being cut from the roster, so if he doesn't spoil the anticipated return of Nick Diaz, we may not see him fighting again. This will be the only non-title 5-rounder of the event. The co-main event is a women's flyweight championship match between Valentina Shevchenko and Lauren Murphy. Valentina is considered a warrior female fighter who adds immense pressure on every fighter she faces. Her only loss in the UFC is against as many consider the greatest of all time, Amanda Nunes. She won the title in 2018 and this is going to be her 6th straight title defense. Her professional record is 21 wins, 3 losses. Murphy earned this title shot by defeating Joanne Calderwood at UFC 263. She's on a 5-fight win streak with her professional record of 15 wins, 4 losses. She's the biggest underdog on the card, and a fight against Valentina will not be easy, but will surely help build her resume. The main event is the featherweight championship matchup featuring Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. Volkanovski won the featherweight title from Max Holloway in December 2019 and successfully defended it when he took a controversial split decision in the rematch. He's currently riding a 19-fight winning streak. He will enter in the octagon as a slight favorite with a professional record of 22 wins, 1 loss. As for Ortega, he also has only 1 professional defeat in his career, as he holds the professional record of 15 wins, 1 loss. He will get his 2nd attempt at becoming UFC champion after falling short in his previous bid in a fight with Max Holloway back in 2018. Ortega bounced back with a dominant success against the Korean zombie Chan Sung-jung to once again put himself into title contention. This was all, folks. This ends our video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and please like this video and subscribe to our channel to be immediately notified for our future videos. This is Fightbook, over and out.